Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. You're all very welcome here. I do really appreciate you stopping by, honestly. I'm not just saying that, I mean it. Anyway, we're going to start with these oracle cards this time, and then we are going to bring in some tarot to get some guidance moving forward. So let's see what messages Spirit have for you. Spirit with Gemini, please. Unpredictable cards. I hope that's not an indicator, Gemini. Let's see. We have time for a nap. Maybe you're feeling tired at the moment. We have all that glitters. Oops. Very interesting energy in these cards. They're really unpredictable. That's the word. Sometimes I say cards are jumpy or they're slithering about, but this is unpredictability that's coming through. We have TikTok. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Imagine. What an interesting blend of cards for you this time, Gemini. My goodness. Right. Let's see. I did say that maybe some of you are tired, and it kind of feels, turning my candle around, it's got a bit of wax on that leaf that's annoying me. And now I've got everything caught up. Do bear with me, Gemini, I do apologise. Right, okay, let's get started. I did say that maybe some of you are tired, and that is the energy I'm picking up. It could be that you need to step away from a situation for a little while, Gemini. I don't mean for a long time, but I do think that you need maybe a bit of downtime. For those of you that read the tarot, this is a bit of hermit energy that I feel you being drawn towards. It could be that you take some time literally to have a nap. It could be that you take time to have a walk in the countryside. Just peacefulness where you can be on your own and just allow your mind to relax. Because Spirit is saying maybe you've been pushing too hard recently, Gemini, or maybe you've been very busy, but that has the potential to impact on your decision making. I say that because we have the All That Glitters card. You may be tempted by a situation that isn't as you thought it was. Something may really look good and feel very appealing, very attractive, may draw you in some way. It could be an opportunity, it could be an invitation, it could be an investment, it could be, anything that sort of just draws you in and you think, oh, that's a great idea. Spirit is saying, make sure that you are making your decisions from a place of feeling rested. Because sometimes when we're very tired, we can make quick decisions because we just want the decision made. And we look for sparks of things that sound easy, Spirit are watching this process. We see a face here in the sky. They're watching to see, I don't mean that in a scary way. So I have to be careful when I say these things. But they're watching this process, and what they don't want is for you to make a mistake here that is going to be difficult for you moving forward. Yes, it says all that glitters. We have that phrase, all that glitters isn't gold, and that's what this card is based on. But we have these masks here, and they indicate people hiding the truth or making things appear better than they are. So if you have, if you're feeling a bit run down, Gemini, and, really you could do with just some time out. Also, as we said with the hermit energy, just take a step back to actually look at this properly, because it may not be as it seems. The fact that we have this TikTok card tells me that this situation may have a time limit on it. And this is how people scam you, isn't it? You know, this is how people get you to act quickly, because they may be saying to you, you know, okay, well, I want to do this, or I want you to join me, but I can't hold it forever. I'm only going to give you till the end of next week, and then I'm going to offer it to someone else. And it brings up that sense of, oh my goodness, I've got to do it now. And especially if you're tired, it's easy to fall into those situations. So Spirit is saying, if you have got a lot on your plate at the moment, Gemini, whether even if it's positive stuff, because your readings, I've done a few Gemini readings recently that have been very positive and forward moving, but it may be that that's made you very busy. And if that's the case, Spirit is saying, please take the time to assess this situation. And if someone is trying to rush you in some way to make a decision, take a step back. It's in your interest to do that, Gemini. There's definitely something here about allowing your relaxed mind to daydream, to imagine. Okay, so it is again this feeling of needing to release pressure. So Gemini, it's really a time for you to assess what it is that you are under pressure. My English, that was totally the wrong way to structure that sentence. What is it that's bringing you a lot of pressure at the moment? And it may be great stuff. I do get the feeling that it's just that you're very busy, Gemini. But Spirit is saying, allow your mind to be creative. Allow your mind to imagine. You know, look at your intention setting. What are your intentions moving forward for you? What's in your best interest? I don't think it's going to be that. Whatever this is, I don't feel it's going to be that. It looks attractive, but Spirit are giving you clear guidance on this to take your time and make sure you're rested before you make any decisions. Right, let's get some tarot moving forward. Spirit, we're with Gemini, please, as you know. What advice do you have for Gemini moving forward? They keep giving me cards and I keep ignoring them. Sorry, Spirit. 9 of Pentacles, yeah. And this is what I'm saying. I feel you're very busy at the moment. We see with the 9 of Pentacles, you enjoying your success, the things that you've worked for. This lady has spent, you know, previous times building up her orchard so that she can reap the benefits of the apples, you know. The benefits of the apples, but you know what I mean. She's now at a stage where the apples are all there because she put the work in growing the trees in the first place. It really feels, Gemini, that you can afford at the moment a little bit of time out because you've put in all the work already. Now's your time to enjoy that, you know, moment of relaxation, letting your imagination flow, just to rest your mind for a little while. Yeah, you've already done the work. You're in a place where you can do that. What else for Gemini, please? We have strength. You've got to be strong where this situation is concerned. And it's going to be hard because I think you're going to find, I don't know what it is, because it is such a general reading. But for those of you that can relate to this situation, it's going to feel very attractive. And I do feel that people around this situation, now this can be, as I said, it can be some sort of offer, some sort of co-working opportunity, or it could be something within a relationship where maybe they invite you somewhere and it feels really appealing, but there's something not quite right about it. And you are going to need to summon all your strength to be able to turn it down, because I think there's a part of you that really thinks you want to try it. Be strong, Gemini. Protect your own interests. What else for Gemini, please? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I do feel that there's going to be some pressure attached to this situation. This is what I was saying all along. And we see with the Eight of Cups, you maybe have reached a stage, we know you have because we've got the Nine of Pentacles there, where things are stable for you. You've worked really hard, Gemini. Things are going well. You're in quite an advantageous position. And whenever you're in an advantageous position, there will always be people around you that want a part of that. Spirit are saying with the Eight of Cups, this person may put you under pressure to make a decision. Spirit are saying, look forward to what is best for you next. That was terrible English, but the point I was making was, you know, here we see again with the Eight of Cups, you know, you've built up your cups. You feel happy with where you're at. You're looking for something new. But Spirit are saying, they're showing this person looking out of the window. She's not looking at this opportunity. There's something else ahead that you're looking for that will be much better for you, Gemini. Do let me know if this makes sense, because it sounds quite specific. But do let me know. Oop. What else for Gemini, please, Spirit? My gosh, I'm going to take that because that leapt out in a very significant way. Now, please don't be alarmed by this card. It is a bit scary looking, but don't be alarmed by this card if you're not familiar with tarot. The Death card signifies a major change. So what Spirit is saying here is let your imagination flow and ask yourself, because remember you're in Eight of Cups energy here, looking at, okay, I've got things to where I want them now. What comes next? Again, you need to be rested to make decisions. But if you were in a position to make a new change or to introduce something big, you know, or to, yeah, just bring a major change to your life, if you were dreaming about that, what would that major change be? Because I don't think it's going to be this. I really don't. So what will that major change be? You may feel that because you've got to where you wanted to get with, you know, the pentacles you've been building, the pentacles are here, sorry, the Nine of Pentacles you've been building, and, you know, you're quite happy with where you're at, but you need a new challenge. So you may feel that this cycle has ended for you. It'll be your choice. It won't be anybody else's. And it may be that you verbalized that with people and you've said, you know, I'm looking for a new opportunity. I'm wondering what to do next. And that's when you get people that you don't want coming in with offers that aren't in your best interest. So what would be the change that you would bring in for you? Not any changes that other people are influencing. Very interesting reading, Gemini. Oh my gosh, we see on the bottom of the deck the Seven of Cups. This is you trying to make choices. And this is why Spirit are saying, make sure you get enough rest. And make sure you get those moments where you can have solitude to let your imagination flow and decide what changes are best for you. Because we see with this particular Seven of Cups card, this person trying to make choices, but he's looking really confused. He doesn't know what to do. It's maybe because he's too tired. Very interesting. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Do let me know what resonates. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for all your support. All the follows, all the people subscribing, whichever you're doing, and for all your likes and your comments. I do love them all. So thank you so much, and I will speak to you all really soon. Bye for now.